Hey, Stumpy, what are we doing tomorrow? I don't know. Ask Mr. Conklin. Hey, Mr. Conklin, what's on the schedule for tomorrow?
Okay, here, we've set this up for you guys. Mr. Speen and I have spent tireless hours, basically since 12:30 today, setting this up so it'll be as easy as possible for you guys. So it's going to be very important that every day you log into your virtual notebook. You can do that by clicking on Canvas, then clicking on the homeroom, then clicking on Online Notebook. And then when it goes through, it may ask you to sign in. Remember, it's your lunch number, and then you put in the @ HCPS.net, and it should take you right into your virtual notebook. Now, if you take a look over here, now my notebook looks different than yours because I have all the kids. But under Teacher Only, your notebook will look like this. It'll say your name, and then these are the notebooks that we're going to use this year, and we can add them and take them away. But the most important one for you to get signed on to in the morning every day is going to be the what to do today. It's going to give you a checklist of everything that you need to do for the day.
So now, Mr. Conklin, so every day they have to keep this open, not just once and then close it. They have to keep it open all the time.
No, we can log in and see what you've checked off. So we need you to check off before you say you're done for the day, and there'll be no homework in this class. Your work is to do done now, like do it when you're supposed to. You can click all the boxes, and when you've clicked all the boxes, you know you've done all your things. And we've even color-coded it. Here's how it works. The red gives you the time sections of what we're doing. So for example, from 7:10 to 7:40 is when you guys are logging in. That's when you're going to do your attendance in Canvas, get dressed, eat your breakfast, and be set to go at 7:40. Then, Stumpy, tell them what we're doing after that.
Well, Stumpy, what are they going to do? Well, you're going to go ahead and have your class meeting after that. So they're going to go ahead and they're going to come in, and they're going to do that from 7:40 to 8 o'clock, Stumpy. And what are we going to do? The morning show and the announcements. That's right. Now, Mr. Conklin, we're going to be on Zoom for that, right?
Yeah. Now, see, I've told you when you're going to be on Zoom and when you're going to be working independently. So from 7 to 10 to 8 o'clock, you're going to be logging in the morning show, and we're going to get our day set up. Starting at 8 o'clock, we start our language arts, or ELA it's called. So from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, you will be on Zoom every day with Mr. Speen and I doing our reading and writing as a whole group. Every day from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. It's the most important time of the day. If you're not there from 8 to 9, you'll be marked absent for the day. You've got to pay attention to that. Then we're going to break off into our smaller groups and independent
groups.
This is the stuff you have to do tomorrow. So from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, this is stuff you're going to do independent. Now, when we get going in the next week or two, we'll have small groups. So we're going to tell people, okay, you 10 people stay on, and then you 10 people, we'll have it all set up for you in breakout rooms and everything. But for this week, everyone then will log off at 9 o'clock and do their work independently. We'll talk about all this tomorrow, but you can check off each of these things as you do it. Now, it looks like a lot of words, but not all of these are a lot of hard work. Some of them is just clicking on the box and making sure you load it right. So
we'll show you exactly where to go tomorrow. We're going to guide you through it. Stumpy and Mr. Conklin and I are going to guide you through every activity tomorrow, and it's going to be about the same every day.
And here's the best part. From 9 to 10, Mr. Speen and I will be on Zoom, and we have the breakout rooms where each of us can talk to somebody separate. Yep. So when you log out and get started, if you have any questions, you come back in the Zoom room and ask us. And we're going to do that this way. All this week, there'll be no small groups because we need to get everybody, all of your stuff working. So then, after the independent work, from 10 to 10:30 will be our teacher-directed PE and finish up your work. So that's going to be your break tomorrow from 10 to 10:30. Then you have to be back at 10:30.
No being late. Can't be late.
8 o'clock and 10:30. You have to be here or you
on time.
Absent. We're going to review our PowerPoint discussion and the lesson. Tomorrow we're going to show you how to get into the Envisions book online. You'll be able to do the work in your book or online, but we're going to show you the most important thing tomorrow is every day you're going to have a quick check that you have to do and realize. And we don't care if it takes us the whole week. We're going to get every person in so that you have to do it, so that you can find it. And that's just
how many questions, Mr. Conklin, are there in the quick check?
You looked at it. I think you said 3 or 5?
It's 5. So you have to do all 5 questions every day. That's how we know. That's your exit ticket.
And then we'll show you, you have another notebook over here that's math practice, and you're going to fill up the rest of the time by practicing that. We'll show you that tomorrow. Mr. Spina and I, so for this 10:30 to 11:30, you'll be on Zoom with us for about 20 minutes and then working independently for the rest of the time. We will be on Zoom if you have any questions. So if you get confused, don't just say, oh, I can't do it. You come back and ask us. We are building in time to answer questions so that when we get to next week, or for sure the week after that, you guys will know what to do. We will fix everything for you. Then from 11:30 to 11:50, you have recess, which means you can do whatever you want.
20 minutes.
Then you have to be back at 11:50. So I hope you guys are seeing the pattern here. 8 o'clock, 10:30, and 11:50, you have to be online, not starting to log in, but logged in, ready to go. Because every time Mr. Spina and I have to sit and wait, it delays the day. So remember those times.
And the videos, you have to have your videos on. That is a must thing that we're still having problems with.
8 o'clock, 10:30, and 11:50, you have to be on. So we'll have our whole group science lesson at 11:50 until about 12:20. Then we go into lunch. Specials are going to be a little bit of a challenge this week. I know some of you got to art. Right now, I don't know that we have music teachers at this point that are going to be doing music, but we're going to try to get into these specials. But for the rest of this week, we'll try to do specials, but if you can't, it gives you extra time to finish up work. And
wait, Ms. Conklin, wait. I need you to reiterate what you just said. Say it again, Mr. Conklin. What do they do if they can't get into specials?
If you have a problem and your specials don't load or you don't have the Zoom, I know some of the PE and the art is working, but music is probably not going to work for us tomorrow. Don't just do nothing. Go back and make sure you have all this work done and make sure you're caught up. And I've even put in here, we'll go back, we'll do over this tomorrow, but Mayan is now up. So this week, we want you guys to log in and do some reading on Mayan. You can't just take breaks all day.
That's right. You have to work. It's like school. It's going to run exactly like school.
You'll see how our school day goes, because then after specials, you're going to come and independently work on the science activities that we're going to explain to you. And Mr. Spina and I, every day for this week for sure, will be on Zoom from 1:20 to 2 o'clock for any questions. So that's 3 separate times that you guys are working independently where we will be online to answer your questions. Now, here's the thing. All of your work that you're doing at home, this isn't like we're going to grade it and yell at you if it's wrong, but we can see everything you do. When you do something in a notebook, we see what it is. We can see if you're checking off the days. So you're going to come through and literally are going to check every one of these as you complete them. Now, you can't log in the morning and check every single one. Can you, Stumpy?
I don't think that's possible. Says Stumpy, well, you can do it, but if we check it, you're going to be in a huge amount of trouble.
You got to go in order, and if you want to make our e-learning fun, we've got to do it right. So this is posted, so if any of you want to go into Canvas, into our class notebook, try to get it set up. I'll say it one more time. If you don't know how to sign in, get a piece of paper right now. You put in your lunch number, the @ HCPS.NET, and it should take you right into the notebook.
Now, Mr. Conklin, what does that stand for, the HCPS?
Hillsborough County Public Schools.
Okay, you can't mess that up.
And you can even see, I've got every person's notebook over here, so I can see what everybody does all day long.
I'm going to check them all day long.
Who's our favorite friend? Who do we like that we can trust to do their
Stumpy?
work? I wish Stumpy had a notebook. I won't do it because the person might not. But if you look like, Ahmed won't mind. He loves me. You can see, this is what it'll look like to Ahmed. He's got all of his notebooks. Now, if you go into what to do today, take a look. Ahmed will have Monday. Now you have to click the page. Now, see, Ahmed was checking things up. Now, we got kind of thrown off today, so we didn't really tell anybody to check these the rest. But tomorrow, he's going to check all of these as we go. But Ahmed, he wasn't supposed to.
A lot nicer.
See, Ahmed was with us because we didn't tell you guys to go back and check after this because we got a little jammed up. So we're going to go over every lesson tomorrow and take our time showing you. We have 3 sessions where Mr. Spina and I will be available. So this whole week is about learning how to get things submitted and how to do the work. 8 o'clock, 10:30, and what was it? 11?
11:50.
50.
11:50.
Those are your 3 reading, writing, math, and science Zooms. You have to be on them.
When it starts, not 10 minutes later. Okay, we're going to let you go. That's a long enough video.
All right, bye.
See you later.